The power of television. Television.
On today's show, we have Betty X tearing it up in an art gallery of all places, the Roq La Rue to be exact. We also have videos by Metal Blade recording artist 40 Grit and a brand new one from mute recording artist Echo Boy. Oh yeah, we also have a little burlesque number from Bonita, Brazen. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
We're here tonight at Roq La Rue with Kirsten Anderson, proprietor, owner, and curator.
And janitor.
And janitor. How long have you existed in Seattle as Roq La Rue?
For 4 years now.
And how does Seattle treated you? What's the response that you receive for your style of art?
Well, that's an interesting question. Actually, I've been doing really well lately. Seattle seems to have really sort of picked up on this style of artwork and embraced it a little more than they used to. I still actually sell most of my art to people in California and all over the place. So my storefront, I don't even really need it anymore because I sell so much elsewhere. But, it's picked up a little bit. It's hard to get press, but I get good crowds at openings and things like that.
Can you tell us a little bit more about tonight's show and the artists that'll be here tonight?
Well, I'm actually really excited about the show. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. It's a show of drawings and illustration by assorted artists, some who are known for their paintings and some who are known for being really amazing illustrators and cartoonists. And one of the highlights of the show is having a drawing by Mark Ryden, who's a huge art superstar, but also Jim Woodring and Charles Burns and there's a ton of people, Lisa Petrucci and Kipling West, and pretty much everyone in there are people that I've known and worked with before and whose artwork I think is great. So.
What drove you? Like, what was the one thing that clicked in, or the passion that drew you to open the gallery? What was the initial thing that kind of pushed you to do it?
Well, I started off as an artist, and I was doing showing paintings around town and doing a lot of commercial illustration. And I would show my artwork, and it was just so horrifying to do it. I hated it, and so I just kind of started showing other people's artwork. I just sort of fell into curating, in cafes, and I started this thing called ATM shows, which were held in clubs, and would have 50 plus artists showing artwork and selling it for really cheap, and it just seemed really fun. And so I decided, how hard can it be, to do it. So I just I got a little money, and I just quit my job, and I just decided to try it out and see what happened, and it's worked.
Cool. Well, I'm really glad that you've done that, because I think Seattle really needed this. I think it's one of the best galleries in Seattle. Also, how else would you describe the art that you curate here?
I generally say, it's art that's technically excellent, but definitely imaginative and unusual. That's the basic guidelines.
Well, I'm glad you let us be here tonight and have an interview, and we'll hopefully get to snag a few artists out here and get a little
there's some good
little
ones
vignettes from them. Cool. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we're here tonight at Roq La Rue.
Hi. What the hell are you all doing here?
We're doing Go-Kustom TV tonight, and we're here to interview some of the artists at Roq La Rue. And what are you up to? What are you doing?
Listen, I just drove up. You're pretty.
Well, thank you.
I just drove a back hole up here from Portland, and I got my kids are in it, and we just ran out of gas. If you guys want some of the taquito, these really good.
Oh no, it's fine. It's cool. Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Not gonna hurt anybody. She's a pretty girl. I'm not gonna hurt her. All I really need is some money for gas, and all I need is like $1.398, and I get you some dinner if you want to, because you're a pretty girl.
I thank you.
I like pretty girls. Anyway, listen. I don't know what you guys are doing here, but if I can help you out in any way, I'd appreciate it too. So, what is your name?
My name is Betty. And your name?
My name is Richard Swimming Eagle.
Swimming
I'm
Eagle.
an eagle that swims, baby.
Right on.
Do you like Rick Springfield?
Sure, yeah.
Because I can get you some backstage passes to the casino, and we could go see Rick Springfield, and I take care of you. If you're hungry, I got whale meat over at the bingo parlor for you. I just need some fire water. And I'm not alcoholic. They go to meetings.
True.
I'm just drunk.
You're just happy drunk, right? Well, that's very cool.
Thank you. You're very cool too. And you guys have a great night. I'll find my way home.
Okay, bye-bye. That was Richard Swimming Eagle tonight, folks.
Taquito for you. Oh man.
We're at Roq La Rue tonight. It's really loud in here. We're at the art show opening. We're with Charles Byrne. You want to say hello to everyone? It's for Go-Kustom TV.
Hello, folks.
Okay.
I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything either. Hopefully they'll hear us. I would ask you exactly what magazines your illustrations have been in, but maybe I should ask which ones haven't they been in?
I haven't been in Better Homes or Gardens. I haven't been in, I don't know, been a bunch of just mainstream magazines and what would be termed alternative magazines. So your choice. I make my money on selling stuff to mainstream magazines, I guess, primarily.
True. And you've never been in Martha Stewart's Living, huh?
No, I have not. I would love to be there.
That would be fun.
I was almost in 17 magazine, but that didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Maybe Jane? No, not yet. What is the inspiration behind your art? So it seems like it has a combination of kind of the 1940s and 50s, like heroin and film stars, mixed with like that punk rock, kind of rock legend Americana vibe.
It's I was born in the late 50s or mid 50s and kind of grew up in the 60s. So of course I was influenced by all the popular cultures out there, monster movies and whatever the television was out there and everything.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for your time and enjoy talking to you. Okay, very good. Bye-bye. We're at Roq La Rue with Larry Reed, and I caught him here. I have to pull you into this interview because I've admired your work that you've done at the Coca for the past, what is it, almost a decade? Decade of work? Yeah. Okay,
give or take a few years.
My question is, when did you start curating for Coca?
You know, my involvement with Coca had started almost prior to their existence, but formally in 1986 and most recently August of 2000, I did a show with Destroy All Monsters, Mike Kelly and Jim Shawn, some of these wacky LA artists via Ann Arbor. A show that's currently part of the Whitney Biennial.
So my question is, I remember in the very early 90s when Seattle was like taking off, the Jim Rose Circa Sideshow was like one of the first shows was at Coca, is that correct?
I think it was one of the first shows they got paid for. You know, I'd actually saw Jim doing a solo thing, and I came to his attention because we'd done an exhibition called Modern Primitives, which was kind of a seminal tattoo body modification publication that I expanded into an art exhibit that was mounted just as the publication. We got the first copies were available then, and it became sort of a social phenomenon. And we did some sort of sideshow things at the opening, and Jim got wind of that, and we became friends and collaborators as time wore on. So yeah, that was a big show, though not his first, but probably his first big show.
Just a whole wonderful underground movement to Seattle, and then the grunge thing was taken off. And
in fact, Nirvana and Mudhoney and Tad and Dickless and Guar and like several other bands played at the closing party of that show. It was before Nirvana became an international phenomenon, but they were pretty interesting. And it was, quite the event, and it sort of helped establish grunge as being sort of a formidable art form or social or counterculture movement. And I take no credit or blame for any of this stuff.
You're not responsible. So what are you doing now? You're curating. You just did in 2000 with Coca, 2001.
2000, their 20th anniversary. I did a Destroy All Monsters show with this sort of seminal noise band, Destroy All Monsters, that sort of became very influential and spawned bands like Sonic Youth, and which later became sort of influential in what came to be known as, dare I say, grunge. But just last week, I curated 2 exhibitions in Los Angeles of an artist named Charles Kraft, and kind of does porcelain weaponry and human bone china and all this wacky stuff. And I wrote a book on this subject that's being published in August of this year, 2002, by Last Gasp.
And is the name of the book?
The name of the book is called Charles Kraft's Villa Delirium. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Mark Bristol with Blue Suede News, and you're watching Go-Kustom TV.
Hey, we're here tonight at Roq La Rue with Jim Woodring and his illustration. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this art, this drawing that you have? I gotta get real close.
Okay.
I know, putting you on the spot. Here we go.
Well, this is a charcoal drawing. It depicts a young college student frog going to a filthy cave full of criminals in order to score some drugs. You can see his friend is waiting outside, and he's on the road to ruin. You see his throat's kind of hanging down, and he's got the beginning of a pot gut. And here they have all this other stuff stored away for getting to other frogs. This is part of a stage presentation. It was designed so that individual elements of it could be revealed, isolated at first, and then this frog's head would fill the screen, and you would pan out, and the story would be revealed in increments. It was constructed that way. Here's a satisfied customer. That's the last thing you see. It's for a stage show I'm doing with Bill Frisell called Mysterio Simpatico.
Is this show coming up, or is it already passed?
It's coming up. It's going to open in New York in June 6th, I think. Yeah, at St. Anne's in New York. It's going to be a killer thing because Bill Frisell is such a great musician. People can just close their eyes and listen to the music.
Cool. So what inspires the craziness that is in your art? Because I've enjoyed your illustrations throughout time in the the stranger of one of places?
Well, I think, like a lot of people, I just like crazy drawings. I like frightening, crazy, beautiful things, and that's what I try to make them. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah.
It's kind of the surrealism. How would you describe your type of art? Is there a particular term that you would like to use, or I know it's like define it.
They're cartoons. I'm a cartoonist. Everything I do is a cartoon.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Well, Randy, tell us a little bit about your artwork here.
That's a one-eyed Hello Kitty, and she's building a sandcastle on the beach near La Push or somewhere on the shore in Washington State. And there's a ghost kitty come out to say hello to her.
Very cool. And so your references in pop culture, it's like, it looks like it's a one-eyed Hello Kitty. So what happened to you in childhood to make you so demented? I mean, how did this occur to you?
Oh, just different. She's got one eye and a little bow and yeah.
Like a Cyclops kitty? Okay, so it's not demented.
Put eyelashes on it, anything? Like
false eyelashes? Yeah.
Frilly ones and a wig. That'd be the next one, like a big metallic wig and some
Hello Kitty Go-Go Girl, yeah. What about Barney?
Barney?
Have you considered Barney?
Actually, I did a drawing recently that came out looking like Barney, but it wasn't meant to be Barney.
Was it supposed to be Barney?
Yeah, it wasn't.
But it was a purple?
What?
Was it purple?
Yeah, he was, but it was unintentional. It's supposed to be a lizard, but
ended up a Barney. What about Teletubbies? Have you thought about painting them?
I don't know, the Teletubbies. This is too creepy.
And then the Powerpuff Girls?
Powerpuff Girls.
They're already kind of odd on their own, huh? I'm doing this wrong. Let's do this backwards. How about I'll talk.
We can just do that. You're like,
So what planet are you from?
No questions. Oh, anyway. So, you can wear my outfit and I'll wear your outfit.
Okay, that's a good shape.
And I'll grow out my hair a little bit.
And then I can go for the shaggy Britpop thing.
Yeah, you can go for the shaggy dishwater blonde.
Yeah. Oh, you were telling me before that you do art shows at the Moore?
Oh, right.
Tell me more about that.
Moore, it's called One Night Only. It's first Friday of every month. And it's right next to the Moore Theater. And we do these little events. They're really fun. Just a one-night art show. It's kind of like Vital Five. The emphasis on the opening rather than the show itself. The next one's going to be a performance art piece. Then we have an installation piece. And
it's right next to the nightlight, too.
Yes.
A great place to get drunk before.
We use the nightlight for our bathroom. So, yeah. So we end up going over there anyway. Or the Second Avenue Pizza, too.
Second Avenue Pizza. That's very cool. Well, very good. So, we have Randy Wood and Hello Kitty, one-eyed. And you have any last comments or last sayings or a eulogy or anything?
Thanks for talking to me.
Okay. Bye. Thanks. That was fun.
That's awesome.
You're watching Go-Kustom TV.
Hi there. My name is Melinda Miles, and I'm going to be your pinup spotlight.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. My full name is Melinda Elizabeth Miles, and I am a SoCal girl, born and raised.
Wow, it's been a long time now. I did my first photo shoot, I think it was in 2003. So about 4 years ago now.
I have to say that my 3 covers for Old School Rods, Car Culture Deluxe, and Barracuda definitely top the charts as incredibly exciting, proud moments for me.
I think the main distinction is that pinups have a certain glamour aspect and a certain look that is very distinct, whereas as a normal model, you're supposed to constantly be changing your look to whatever the ad is or whoever your customer is. But hopefully a pinup is basically what you see is what you get, and that's how they live their life.
Modeling is really just a small part of my life. I also, as many of you know, write for Car Culture Deluxe and Old School Rod magazines. And my main job though, my main obsession is running the hot rod shop that I co-own, which is Walden Speed Shop.
I have a Chevy truck, and then I also have a car that is in a million pieces right now. That is my true love, and that's my 1949 Merc. I think that it's really exciting to see that there's a lot of young people that are coming into the scene, because the way I see it in really anything, the older people should be excited that a younger generation is going to be continuing their love. I don't think this is trendy. I think it's something that has been loved for generations, and I know that for me and my friends, this isn't a trend. This is a way of life. It's a true love. It's rooted down in what we do, what we love, what we're all about. I am a natural everything. Probably my favorite, which has just a deep place in my heart, is The California Kid. If you haven't seen it, find it, go out and rent it. Herman Munster. Come on, he's way bigger than Lurch, right? Plus Lily can come in and help kick Lurch's ass. Herman Munster.
Melinda, Miles.
somebody that we should interview for Go-Kustom Television, you can contact us at Go-Kustom, P.O. Box 77750, Seattle, Washington 98177-0750. You can also check out our website for more information at www.gokustom.com.